Let me know if you can copy me in the chat. Can you let me know? Meanwhile, I'll say to hi to Marion Barely. I think Marion was there from earlier. Oh, you can hear me? Okay, cool. We have Luz. Hey, Luz. Luz has a special sticker. She's a part of the membership, which is awesome. Elvin, my dear Elvin. We have my Cindy. We have Roxy Ebony. Hey, Gio. Imani. Hello, hello. Oh, I'm glad y'all can hear me. Okay. Okay. Gio said video was skipping, but I can hear you fine. Okay, awesome. And then we have Imani, Cindy from Houston, Texas, and Marsha, another member. Hey, Marsha, good to have you here. Glad that it's all working out. I tell you, you never know what goes on behind the scenes. Hey, it's good to have you. um, all right. So it looks like we're in business. We're doing good. Welcome everyone. Happy Monday. It's said it's her favorite day of the week. It has become my favorite as well because I get to hang out with you beautiful people. Always here to support, to learn, to grow. It's a beautiful community, a beautiful community of vitamin people. Let me introduce myself. I had sent a message to Alejandro and he texted me back, you're online. um, my name is Karen Marinez for those who are stopping by for the very first time. I'm an emotional wellness coach here to serve you. And we talk about everything emotions around here, unpleasant or unpleasant. I help you identify, process, and unravel or untangle those emotions so that you can have inner peace. Okay. Candida, hey, at me best. There's Ari. Thanks for reminding me. Ari, you're here. Hey, Candida in the house. Oh. Go ahead, Candida. Looking forward to the program tonight. So glad to have you here. Thank you, Luz. Yolanda, hey, good to have you here. We got our crew. All right, we're in business. I'm happy. Okay. And I'm getting hot again. It's all the lights, too. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about igniting your passion with discipline. A lot of us have dreams. We have things that we, especially like when we're on vacation and we're at rest, we're laid out on the beach or something like that. Or sometimes we're stuck at home, a snowstorm or some weather thing, or we're sick. But a lot of times, especially when we're away and our minds are at rest and we're like, ooh, I would love to do this. I wish I had more time for that. And we dream, we allow ourselves to dream, which is great. Then we come back to our regular schedule program, our regular lives, busy, busy, busy. And we do the necessary things and we do the important things and we do the serious real life stuff. And we push our dreams to the side, our passions. Or we think about it, but it's like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, right? Um, but when we pursue our dreams and our passions, it lights a fire in us and it gives us joy and happiness. And people see it because it's like a light from the inside is shining bright, right? And then we feel so much better because we're doing something that totally engulfs us that we thoroughly enjoy. So look at a couple of quotes that I found. You know, I love my quotes. Walt Disney said, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. And Eric Thomas said, no alarm clock needed. My passion wakes me. So I'm looking in the comment section. A lot of you, we all have passions, things that we love, things that light our soul on fire. I love asking clients that, what lights your soul on fire? Because we need to do more of it in our daily lives. If you could put in the chat what lights your soul on fire, what's a passion that you have that you would love to pursue, please indulge us in the chat. All right. So you may say, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. But why don't I have discipline? Why am I so bad at self-discipline? It could be because of a lack of growing up, positive environments. Family members were not supportive. They didn't model self-discipline. So even a parent that promised, when you get home, you wait till you get home, and nothing ever happened. They didn't keep their word, or they promised you wonderful things and they never come through for you. You've been taught a lack of self-discipline and you were thoroughly disappointed. But remember that disappointment, because now we want to make sure we don't do that to ourselves. So if we grew up in negative environments, an unstable home, a critical parent, neglect, childhood trauma in particular is connected to struggles with self-control because our minds are somewhere else in a very dark space, perhaps. Or we told our parents, I go, oh, you'll never do that. You can't do that. I know someone that told his dad, Dad, I joined the gym. And the father looked at him and he said, oh, you know, you're not going to be able to keep up with that. No encouragement. Some people can fuel that into, I'll show them. But the majority of us just shrink to it. If mommy, daddy don't think I could do it, or my husband does it, or my spouse, then I can't, right? So what's the secret to being disciplined? First, let me look over here. Cindy said cooking, of course. I know my Cindy. Yeah. And Cindy is young, but down home Dominican cooking. She gets down. I mean, good stuff. Oh, Marcia said floral arrangements botany. That's beautiful. Marcia, do you do that as a hobby and give it to people, give flower arrangements to people? Do you do them for your home? Do you decorate for weddings and things like that? How far have you taken that? Cindy, I know you cooking all over the place for your family. You have people over and all that good stuff. Nice. Itza says fashion design, sewing, drawing, graphic designing, event designing. Amazing. Love that. And we know Itza, I'll promote you. Itza, she does that. She decorates an event place, right? Event places. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I would love to see some of that sewing and drawing. Beautiful. So we learned why we might lack self-discipline. Marsha, personal at home when I have the time. Awesome. If that brings you joy, that's the thing. We want to make more time for it. Nice. So what's the secret to being disciplined? Well, start by identifying, hey, Renee, welcome. Start by identifying the things that make you procrastinate. I know with me, it can be the internal dialogue. You can't do that. And now I'm like, what? Sit yourself down. I can do it, but I'll do it tomorrow. um, it could be our internal dialogue. Again, remembering what a parent used to always tell us when we told them our dreams and goals and things we wanted to do. You can't do that. You're not smart enough for that. Oh, to do that, you have to be good at math. Oh, to do that, no, you're not. And those things stick with us, and we tend to procrastinate. So, what's the secret to being disciplined? Identify where it comes from, and find ways to overcome it. Mine is just to talk to it and say, "Stop it. We're doing this." you know. Break down large tasks into smaller steps, set realistic goals, and then the big one is reward yourself for your progress. That's really important because then you're telling yourself, we did good, this was great, let's continue. Okay. And it's not about being perfect when we're self-disciplined. That's not it. We don't aim for perfection, but we aim to be consistent and gradually build momentum. All right. So those are ways for us to become disciplined. So why is passion the fuel that ignites your soul? Because passion, I'm sorry, is the fuel that ignites your soul. How do we ignite it? It's a commanding emotion inside of us, embodying boundless enthusiasm of devotion to a cause, tireless diligence, and compulsive interest marked by solid desire. Okay, true passion moves people. Whether you're successful in giving a speech, writing an article, leading people, selling a product, cooking, whatever the thing is. Renee, what's your passion? We know fitness, right? We're talking about our passions. Selling a product, whatever the thing is, your success is directly related to your intensity of passion and the ability to ignite your passion. because passion has the power to move mountains. You can amplify your passion by implementing the same tools successful people implement and what they apply in their lives. So let's talk about some of those things. It's 8 goal setting habits to ignite your passion. If you want to write them down, that will be awesome, because we want everyone here to be lit up by the end. Last week, I got so much good feedback. I was very excited about last week because we were talking about our goals, and now we're continuing to talk about them and how to reach them and how to reach them with passion, right? And a lot of people were lit up afterwards. I got a lot of good feedback. People are very excited. So it's wonderful. And we encourage each other. So the first one is live the feeling and accept that you are worthy of happiness and deserving of success. Live it. Accept that you are worthy of happiness and success. That's another thing that can hold us back because we don't feel worthy of having success. We feel undeserving, and it makes us overwhelmed because it's like, how can I even dream about this? I can't do that, right? And that attitude breeds and slowly deteriorates your chances of experiencing more happiness. It blocks you from reaching your goal. Why? Because deep down you don't feel that you deserve, living a passionate life. So it's very important to set aside time for self-care so that you can meditate, reflect, sit yourself down and say, but this is what we want to do, and this is what we have to do to get it. And yes, I am worthy. Yes, I do deserve this. Even though the thoughts in my head, that inner dialogue is telling me I don't, well, what do I have to offer? Who would listen to me? Who would buy my stuff? Who would want to do fitness classes with me? That's how we start. And then we just shrink back into our daily lives. We have to tell ourselves, and we might even have to write it, you are worthy. You are deserving of success, of happiness. You're a person too. We have to talk to ourselves. And then we may need to fuel ourselves with online courses, helping us to refocus that negativity to promote growth. Okay? We want to enrich our lives. Yeah, Renee said fitness. I knew it. Yeah, it's awesome. The second thing is answer your passion question. So successful people ask themselves, what would I do if I knew I could not fail? That's a good one. What would you choose if you could have anything, be anything, or do anything? What would you succeed at if you knew you could not fail? Yeah, Renee said seeds of doubts. But if you knew that it was guaranteed success, that you could not fail, what would you do? So think about that. Think about the answers to your questions. What would I do? The first few things that come out of your mouth, that's what your heart and soul really want to do. And we should go after our desires, our dreams, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Of course, within the premise of, right? If we're not robbing banks, we're not doing anything inappropriate. It's things that are in our soul that we love to do. Some people love to paint. Some people love to read. Some people love to write. Some people love to dance. Some people love to do fitness. Some people love to sew, cook, do flower arrangements, right? Sing, all the things. Let's do them. And nothing is more invigorating than doing what we enjoy. And that's what they say, even with a career, if you work doing something that you love, you never work a day in your life because you don't even look at it as work. It's pure joy. Number 3 is use your mental imagery. This is really important because we want to visualize our achievements. All right. So you've gone through all of this and you've put off the procrastination and and now you're there. Can you picture in your mind what it would look like with you achieving your goal? And be specific. Close your eyes, take a moment, close your eyes. You could do it now or later. What does the scene look like? And soon I'm going to be teaching a class called Neuro-Linguistic Programming, NLP. And we're going to do exercises like these. It's called mental imagery because we need to visualize ourselves there, successful. What does it look like? Who's there in the picture? What are you wearing? And visualize it. Use that to set your big goals. What are you doing? Who's around you? Who's cheering you on? Right? And you could do that every night to keep igniting your passion because you could see it. What are you smelling? Who's around? What do you see? What are the color of the wall? What are the colors that you see? All of those things. The more you visualize it, the more energy you'll have to make it come true. Isn't that nice? Our mind and our imagination are very powerful. Let's use it to our advantage to get us, to pivot us, to push us to where we want to be with reaching our goals. We want to ignite our passion. Candida says, become a better example in life now. It's never too late. You got that right. Very nice. That's your goal. And Yaresli, Roman, hello, Yaresli. Welcome. Good to have you here. Where are you from, Yaresli? So number 4 is ignore people. This is very important because now you have your vision. You're there. You're on top of the mountain, right? Now I want you to ignore people who say it's impossible. Even if it's someone you love, it could be your spouse. You can't do that. How are you going to make that happen? That's impossible. We don't have the money for that. You can't do. Or parent, or child, or best friend. Not everybody is going to be able to see what we see, feel what we feel about our dreams. But successful people don't let other people rain on their parade. Wilbur and Orville Wright dreamed of flying like a bird, and they created the airplane. People said, that's impossible. Christopher Columbus wanted to sail around the world. They said, you're going to fall off the end of the earth. Right? So the world is full. Oh, Yaresli, you're from Venezuela. Y tú hablas inglés. Tú entiendes el inglés, me parece. Bienvenida. The world is full of people who discourage possibility thinking. But when someone tells you that what you're doing is impossible, flip it. And instead of saying, oh, you're right, use it to ignite your passion and prove them wrong. Do it. And then let them see how you were able to do it. Okay. Keep that vision, and those naysayers, keep them at bay. All right. Very important. Number 5, select the right partner. Hey, Shawnee Boo, good to have you here. Really excited to have you. Number 5 is select the right partner or accountability partner. Now, if you're going to do a business, it's interesting. The way a lot of us has been taught is, girl, do it yourself. Don't tell a single soul because they're going to steal your ideas. Keep it to yourself until you're doing it all. And actually, I've learned in this whole process with Vimes and YouTube that you go much farther when you include good people to cheer you on, to boost you, to partner with you. Oh, Yareli says she understands a little que bueno. Bienvenida de nuevo. Choosing the right partner is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, or an accountability partner, right? Look for someone that would never dream of standing between you and your goals, but someone who supports you. They know you, they know your weaknesses, but they will reinforce you in that. I got you. Okay, sure, yeah, that's a weakness, but here, try this, right? And it will keep you committed to your goal as well. Somebody that'll check in on you, or you say, look, check in on me in a week. If I haven't started if I haven't bought the fabric, if I haven't if I haven't bought the flowers, if I haven't made a list of people I want to invite to my fitness classes, remind me next week, right? Because we need outside people. Is it possible to do it on your own? It is. But why work so hard when it's easier to have a partner or an accountability partner? It's just easier. Why cause ourselves so much distress? Number 6 is keep your eyes on the prize, right? So base your decisions and actions on how they relate to the big picture. The next time you make a decision, ask yourself, in regards to igniting my passion, how will this decision that I'm making now affect my life 1, 5, 10, 20 years from now? Will it push me closer to my goals or further away? Then set those goals. Those that are going to push you closer, get them, do it, and make them happen. Right? Like Nike, just do it. Get it done. And keep your eye. And there again, when you visualize, you're at the top of that mountain. You could see it, you could taste it, you could feel it. Keep your eyes on that prize. It rings a bell, right? We some of us know a song with that title because that keeps us going. When we have a sure hope, when we have a goal, a target right there in the center, we can get it. All right. Number 7, remove negative people from your life. So before we talked about number 4 was ignore people who say it's impossible, even if it's someone you love. And this one is a little different. Remove negative people from your life. So we there will be naysayers and we want to ignore them, but how much nicer if they're not even around you and everyone in your life is very supportive of you, because negative people deplete your passionate energy. They're exhausting. They suck the life force out of you. So try to spend little or no time with those people unless you're willing to go down with them, right? That's their goal. That's what they do. They're down and they bring you down, right? No, we want to create a community of people that support us, that love on us, that cheer us on. Vitamin people, people that believe in you. And that's a gift. And it doesn't have to be a whole crowd. Some of us are blessed and we do have a whole crowd. But even if it's 1 or 2 really good, solid people that are your cheerleaders, they can give an honest opinion of things, but they're never going to say, but why would you want, that's what you want to do. You're in a sound mind. You do, go for it. I'll support you all the way. Okay. Number 8 is focus on your strengths. We tend to focus on our weaknesses, right? I can't do this. I'm not good at this. And we go down we can list all the things we're not good at. But how about we focus on our strengths? Because each of us is born with a distinctive ability. I've been learning about branding. We're all a brand. There's no one else like you, exactly like you. You say, oh, you remind me of so and so. But there's no carbon copy of you. You are an original. So focus on your strengths. Realize how special you are. Delegate, outsource things that don't bring you satisfaction that you can give to someone else. Actually, if you're going to have a partner, find a partner that excels in those things, if possible. They're like, oh, you don't like paperwork, you don't like Excel spreadsheets, but I love it. Great, take it. And I'll stay over here. My strength is this particular thing. And spend the majority of your time doing things that bring you joy. And of course, we have to do things that are serious and real life stuff and, the day to day. But we need playtime too. We need things that light us on fire, that bring us joy. Some people, it's dining out. One person I know, he's a chef. He says, Karen, that's my hobby, eating at beautiful restaurants. And he takes his wife and they have a ball. Whatever the thing is, we have to do it. We have to make time for it. And that could be hard too, because some of us, I have a lot of clients that grew up very serious. Everything was very serious, very rigid. We have to do this. There's no time for play. There was no time for play, joy, happiness, laughter. It was sadness. It was rigidity. It was seriousness. We got to get this hard work. And that has its place in life, but where's the fun? And those of you that are raising children or you have young ones under your care, even us who are aunties and great aunties, make sure the children in your life have time for play. Yes, they need to learn to wash the dishes, do chores, get their homework done, make their bed. But let them learn how to ride a bike. Let them learn how to swim. Let them play and color and build trains and run and rip and jump rope outside. Make sure they have that. Okay, back to this. When we focus on our strengths, it's exhilarating. It energizes us. And the people around us will be passionate about it too, because it's like, if I'm passionate, my light is on, and I'm with other people, like-minded people, their light is going to be on, and we can achieve amazing things. So you're capable of achieving whatever you want. But guess who you have to involve? Yourself. It's so interesting how we can be so good at helping other people do their stuff, but we don't or can't do it for ourselves. No, we must involve ourselves. We must activate ourselves, get ourselves ignited, get that passion ignited in ourselves so we can meet our goals and reach that mountaintop and be happy. Let me look in the comments. Cindy says the removal of negative people. That's a major one. It makes life easier, right? Vitamin people, yes. Candida, enjoy dancing after 70. Move it. Oh, go girl. Is it salsa merengue? Oh, Candida. Candida, very nice, very nice. Why is discipline the highest form of self-love? We always talk about loving ourselves here, cheering ourselves on. Why is discipline the highest form of self-love? Because that's what the title is, Ignite Your Passion with Discipline. Why? Well, we can't get anywhere without the discipline. We can be a dreamer, but we want to be a dreamer that then gets into action mode to reach the dream. It's attainable. We can grab it, but we got to do work to get there. So it's choosing what's best for you in the future rather than what's easy for you in the moment. Because in the moment, it's just easy to sit and do nothing or distract ourselves taking care of this one, participating in that thing, supporting this one, meeting everyone else's needs. Oh, we're really good at that, right? But think about, what am I doing now that's going to help me be my better self in the future? And when we do that, then you say, oh, so today I need to do this. I'm going to make a schedule, right? So that I can stick to it. I'm going to put a reminder on my phone, on my calendar, so that I'll get to it. And an hour of it, of focus would be too much for me. I'm going to do 15 minutes for 5 days a week, right? We can put it into smaller goals. And look at what discipline does. It builds confidence and trust in yourself that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. How many of us, if a parent promised us something and they didn't come through, oh, the despair and the utter disappointment, right? We're fortunate if in our lives that was a rare occasion, that most of the time the adults in our lives came through what they promised us. Good things, right? Or they just kept their word on things. So imagine you, picture yourself 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. That little girl or boy needs to develop trust in you. So they're inside looking at you when you say, oh, I'm going to do this. I want to do that. And they're saying, can I really trust you? Can I really put my life in your hands? Are you really going to come through for me? So you have to prove it to him or her. I have to prove it to little girl Karen. Yes, I'm going to come through. We're going to do this thing. I'm not going to let you down. Discipline is ignoring something you want right now for something better later on. And you have to tell yourself, we're doing this. We have to talk to ourselves because it's so easy to not and just get lost doing other things because we're so used to putting ourselves on the back burner. No, it's time to develop the things we want to do, focus on the things we want to do. And discipline reveals the commitment you have to your dreams, especially on days where you don't want to. For those of us that don't really love exercise, it's hard getting up for a 7 a.m. class. But when I do it, I feel great. right? I'm energized. I got movement in my body. I find myself doing things like I'm bending and doing stuff in my regular everyday. I'm like, look at me, right? So discipline is saying, we're doing this. Let's go. We have to be tough with ourselves. We have to be on it, right? So remember that little girl or little boy inside that's looking. Can I trust you? You're going to do the right thing by me? You look yourself in the mirror, you say, I promise you, we're going to get this done because we want happiness. We want to have that deep seated joy. Okay, so let's review. What are three benefits of self discipline? It enables consistent effort, goal setting, and the ability to overcome challenges. It helps us stay focused, make better decisions, and build the habits necessary for long term achievement. That's self discipline. And again, we're experts at helping everybody else, disciplining others. Girl, didn't you say you were going to do it? When you going to do that? When you going to start that business? When you going to start doing? When you going to take that trip? We need to direct that to us. Self-discipline, consistent effort, goal setting, the ability to overcome challenges. Okay, this happened today. We're going to start again tomorrow. Or that was a didn't go so well. It's a learned experience. We could call it a mistake, but we learn from it. It'll make us better. We don't shut the shop down. See, I told you I was no good at this. No, no, no. We learn from the mistake and we keep going. Okay. And what's the root cause of lack of self-discipline? Stress, lack of motivation, unclear goals, which is why we need to visualize, write things down. Distractions. Sometimes we welcome the distractions because we really don't want to pursue our goals. And we deny ourselves over and over the joy that we could get by reaching the mountaintop. It could be fatigue. And a lot of times the fatigue is from doing all this outside stuff and we're not taking care of home. And then, of course, fear of failure, right? But I love the question, what would I do if I was guaranteed success, if there was no failure? And should we be should we be fearful of failure? What do you think? Should we fear failure? Let me see your comments. And also external factors like environmental distractions or unsupportive peers can play a role in us not having self-discipline, which is why we need to weed out the negative people, weed out the unsupportive people. Let's see what you say. Should we fear failure? If we're looking for perfection, then we would fear failure. Gio says we don't have to fear failure because we can learn from it. That's it. That's exactly it. It's a learned experience. That's all. And the world didn't burn down. And we're okay. But we're like, okay, so if I'm not going to do it that way anymore because that way doesn't work, let's try this. Right? And we keep going. It just says, I do, but I know I shouldn't. Yeah, you fear failure. That's a tongue twister. Marcia says, no, but it's not fun. Right. Failure is not fun. But if we could look at it in a different way as a learned experience, now we know not to go down that road anymore. We're going to do this. Or maybe we learn, oh, I should have consulted with a few people before I did that, made that decision. Or I should have Googled, I should have done more research. Or something told me something told me this guy wasn't trustworthy, but I did it anyway. I should have followed my instincts. And you learn, follow your instincts, right? Or I stayed up late. I wasn't my best at the meeting the next day. I had a talk or this or that. Well, now we know the night before we need to get into bed earlier, right? So there's no need to fear it. We want to look at it as something to learn from. And again, lower the rigidity level. And it doesn't make us a bad person we're people, we're human, right? We make mistakes and it's okay. And also, again, parents raising children, when your children make mistakes, bring it to their attention, but don't make them feel so bad about it. You can discipline without taking away their dignity. Discipline can just be a conversation explaining to them what went wrong, helping them to see how they could do it better the next time. But to take away their dignity sets them up for failure in the future, the wrong kind of failure, the really bad, that they don't feel that there's anything they could ever do to have success. They're totally unworthy. We don't want to batter the next generation. We want to build them up. Okay? Or those of us that work with children, all those things. Okay? So that's a goal. That's something for us to work on, not fearing failure, being aware that it's possible, but viewing it in a different way, looking at it from a different angle. Okay. And finally, how do you build discipline from nothing? Oh, we got some Candy that says giving up on ourselves, getting older, but with mental health help, we can get better. Exactly. We can't give up on ourselves. We're worthy of the attention. But we have to, now we're giving it to ourselves. We're so used to giving it on the outside, but let's do it for ourselves and encourage ourselves, be our own cheerleaders as well. And Cindy says, no, we're going to come out learning something. And it teaches resilience. And I love that word, resilience. And in Spanish, it sounds so pretty, resiliencia. It's beautiful. I fall down and I get up. I fall down again. I get up. I trip. I get up. It's that simple. I cry. I wipe my tears. Let's move on. Okay. And again, that's why we need to have these vitamin people around us to help us, to encourage us, especially when we have those moments. So finally, how do you build discipline from nothing? Maybe you're not a disciplined person at all. How do you build it? Well, number one, know your weaknesses. What leads you to lack of discipline? Is it the negative self-talk? Work on that. If anyone is here for the first time, I have a video 2 weeks ago. We talked about the inner monologue, and it talks about the inner negative self-talk that just brings us all the way down where we don't deserve to be. Remove temptations. For instance, someone on a diet. Why have the Oreo cookies in the cabinet? Right? That, let's take it out and give it away or toss it, and let's not bring that in because it's going to help me not be disciplined, right? Number three, set clearer goals and have an execution plan. Because a lot of times it's a pie in the sky dream. I would love to, if only I had more time, all those things, and oh, but I can't. But when we set clear goals, small goals that lead us to the bigger goal, have an execution plan, 15 minutes a day. I'm going to spend 1 hour on Saturdays. Ooh, Sunday evening, I have 30 minutes that I could dedicate to that. I'm going to put it in my calendar, have it visual, set an alarm on my clock. Like, we have to be on it. And then build your self-discipline. Talk to yourself. We're doing this. We are doing this. Create new habits, but keep it simple. Nothing big and extraordinary. Small, the new habits. Change your perception about willpower. Sometimes we say, I don't have willpower. That's why I can never reach my goals. And we leave it at that. But I can I can make myself do things, right? The perception about willpower is whether we have it or not. No. If you don't have it, begin to have it. Only you can control that. And if what helps is an accountability partner, or like with me personally, knowing someone is if during the pandemic, a few friends of mine were exercising out in a park. Karen, you want to come? What time? Because again, that's not my thing. 6 a.m. What? Karen, come. Okay. Once I say yes to something, It's just in me. I can't leave people hanging. I just, they're waiting for me in the park at 6 and I can't. So whether I would want to, but that pushes me. Working with Vimes, I would have never started, or it would have been a long time coming. A YouTube channel? What? Me? On YouTube? You see how many people there? Who's gonna listen to me? What do I have? But Vimes, come on, Karen, come. You could do it. It took months. It took months for me to finally say. But here's the thing. I said, "Oh, yeah, that sounds good," and then it was like months. And Alejandro's good because he gives me little nudges. Okay, Karen, how's it going? No, no, no. At your pace. I'm like, I'm overwhelmed. It's okay. Do it at your pace. He's very patient, very, okay, checking in. We need that though. And plenty of times I remember driving in the car with my husband and I'm like, if I were another person, I would just say, forget about it all. I can't do it. And even my husband looked like, you're not going to do that because I'm a woman of my word. That's a strength that I have. So I already said, yes, I'm not going to go back on it. But it's so interesting that when Alejandro showed me the vision, you're going to teach classes, Karen, in English. We're Spanish speaking. You're going to do this everything in English. You're going to have your clients, that you're going to do one-on-ones with. And then the YouTube channel came later. But even the classes, right away, I was like, I want to say no, but I have to say yes because it just sounds amazing. I love this. It's changed my life. I want to help others change theirs. Sure, count me in. But then afterwards, it's like, say yes. Oh my goodness. How am I gonna do all the doubts just all like, oh my god, and talk in front of people. You too, what? Oh my goodness. And And as you all know, I love this. I love every aspect of it. So, again, that's why it's so important to ask that question. If you knew you could not fail, what would you attempt to do? Because that's what you need to be doing. And then you can weed out all the internal dialogue that says somebody else can do it better. Who are you? All the things you're not good, all the things. But build your self discipline, change your perception about willpower, create whatever you need to give you more willpower. So if it's a partner, an accountability partner, you're going to do a business, get someone involved. I hate the accounting, you do that, I'll do the teaching, right? Or whatever the thing is. Or I just want to make flowers to bring to people. I want to do weddings. Marsha, that could grow into something. And you're just like, ah, so happy. It's with her event planning and her sewing and all those things. I see you in front of people teaching sewing classes and you all lit up on fire. I see it. So we have to change our perception about willpower, put things in place to help us not back out. That's very important. And the last one is give yourself a backup plan. That helps because it's like when I'm trying to back out, somebody's saying, Karen, oh, but you said, and let me know. And right. I have some comments. Okay. Renee says, looking at my time wasters. It's getting out of that comfort zone. So we create the time wasters so that we don't go forward. We stay put or go backwards. And it's because all the things we don't think we're worthy, we don't think we can. So I strongly encourage you because Renee, you have amazing ideas. Your fitness stuff is gonna blow up. Find an accountability partner, someone that will keep you accountable so you could get this thing get it going. Get it going. Do it, girl. Ooh, Imani. And I identify with this totally, afraid of my own success. This stuff is deep. And that's why we're talking about it because it really doesn't make sense, but then it's afraid of my own success. Why would, because we're afraid of being greater than we could ever even imagine. I get compliments and text messages and voicemail messages and emails. Coach K, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, my life, my family, everybody's seeing a difference, even my coworkers. And I'm like, little old me, yeah. And it feels so good. But we have to step into our greatness. We're amazing people. We really are. Cindy, you happy Alejandro push me. Gentle nudges. He's so kind. At your pace, Karen, at your rhythm. That's what he always tells me. Marion says, I have support, but they need to be like someone. Okay, so then you need different support, man. Either they need to step up their support game or you need to get them over here and get some better cheerleaders in your life. That's cute. Marsha said, yes, would love that. I could see it. And that beautiful smile of yours and that bouncing hair, those curls, you'll be all bouncing around, putting the flowers together, have a team. Amazing. I see it. And just smiling from ear to ear and working with nature, creation, touching flowers, putting arrangements together. Like that's amazing. Beautiful. Cindy, thank you, Alejandro. Alejandro, no sé si estás escuchando. Me imagino que estás escuchando. Te están dando. Oh, he said thanks. Te están dando las gracias por empujarme a hacer YouTube. Qué bella. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Alejandro. Gracias, Alejandro. Yes. Alejandro, that's his English. Thanks. we gotta do the thing, right? Let's do it. This person, I looked him up, he's an author, David Cuscieri. I'll put it in the chat on WhatsApp later. Listen at this quote just to close us out. Love what you do and do what you love. Passion is the key that opens the door to joy and abundance. I love that. And abundance, it could be financial. Sometimes when we're doing hobbies and things, we have a financial gain, but it's also could just be the satisfaction of helping someone. But if it's for us and then out of our abundance we give to someone else, it's such a beautiful thing. And then a lot of us are doing things that we become we have abundance even materially. We earn money from doing the things that we're passionate about. Win-win, right? Ding ding, great. Not being afraid of that either. Imani, that is so, yes, afraid of my success. And that's something that we all should examine. I think I was afraid. Yeah. And for different reasons. In another class I was taking with Alejandro this week, I found out something new about myself and I was like, wow, this is why I was afraid. It's very interesting, the things that hold us back. Ooh, boo boo. Elvin's remind, please subscribe, like, and share. Yes, thank you, Elvin. I always forget. Like the video, and there's always someone we could think about that could benefit from this information. We all have great people in our lives that we're like, you should be doing this. Whether it's a hobby, a career, whatever the thing, a side hustle, whatever the thing is, something that just brings you joy, let's make time for it. And let's share this video with those who could benefit from it as well. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and encourage everyone else that you know to subscribe as well. We love to have you grow along with us as we continue to promote well-being, emotional and mental well-being, to close up that hole in our soul. We have the whole, H-O-L-E, but we want to become whole in our soul, W-H-O-L-E. And what brings that? I'll read the title again, Ignite Your Passion with Discipline. Let's do it. I'm going to open the WhatsApp chat. If you're new here and you want to be in the WhatsApp chat, the link is in the chat box here. And for those that are watching it on the replay, it'll be down below. Please join it, and I'm going to open up the chat for the rest of the evening and tomorrow so we could talk about our passions. What are some things holding us back? What are some things we would love to do? You may find some accountability partners in the community. Last week, someone volunteered. 2 people volunteered to help one of the community members. She wanted help with her finances and she needed accountability partners, and 2 people volunteered. She was so excited. Candida said, yes, mental health, very important. Yes, it is. And we function better in the world. We do better. We're happier. People who come into contact with us are like, wow, this is like a soft breeze. We're not as uptight as before. We're not anxious and stressed and rigid and looking for perfection in ourselves and in others. No, we're just happy. We're at peace because we're whole. Let's keep working on our mental health and our emotional health. And one thing that could help is being so focused on our world, because we do a lot for other people, hands down. And I'm not encouraging you not to do that because it's a good thing. But let's take care of home first. Can you imagine a father with the wife, the husband with the wife, this man, husband and 3 children. And he works every day, 5 days a week, works hard, brings home enough money. But instead of giving the wife money to go grocery shopping, and instead of him paying the mortgage, light, gas, and all those things, he spends most of the money helping the neighbors, helping his other extended family, his sisters, brothers, and parents, and the neighbors down the street. And his family, the lights just got cut off. There's no food. Would that be fair? Not at all. What would you tell him? You got to take care of your family first. You know the wife is saying it. Now they have to move because he didn't keep up. Now they're getting evicted. They lost the house. What? That doesn't make sense, right? Well, it also doesn't make sense for us to be doing so much out there for all these other people, which is noble and beautiful, but we're not doing this we're not taking care of home first. And by home, I mean we ourselves. That is not loving. It's not fair. It's not fair. We have to give to ourselves first, and then we can give so much more to others. Think about it and be dedicated to you. Give yourself that time and attention that we were not taught to do. It wasn't taught. The last generation didn't know to do it. Itza says, like always, thank you. Topic was awesome. Thank you, Itza, for being here. Gio says, thanks for helping us ignite our passion. Coach K, yes, darling, we have a conversation pending. I can't wait. Cindy says, thank you, Marsha. Thank you, Karen. Such great information. It's so motivating. I'm so glad. Yolanda, great job, Karen. Thank you so much. Candida says, great emotional coaching, Karen. Thank you. You're very welcome. Renee says, great topic. Thank you so much. Can't wait to hear more, Renee. Keep me posted. Yaresli says, thank you, Karen. You're so cute. And good for you for being here. Thank you. Dear member Luz, there's so much food for thought and so uplifting. Thank you so much, Karen. Yes, and Luz, a mom, I'm not going to say or tell all your business. I was about to, but I'm not. But you're a busy mom. Make time for you, mommy, please. Take care of you, and your children and husband and everyone around you will benefit even more so. Imani says, thank you so much. I love that. Take care of home first. Yes. AKA you. Exactly. Love you all. Big hugs. This was amazing. You're great. It's exciting. Let's blow up this chat. Share your dreams and goals. The question is, and I'll put it there, and I'll put this quote: if you had the guarantee of not failing, what would you do? Let's get at it. Let's do it. I love you all. Bye. Have a great night. We'll see you soon. See you next week. Hello. My name is Karen Marinez. I'm an emotional wellness coach. I help you learn how to identify, process, and untangle those emotions that we all deal with on a daily basis. Vimes Life now has a membership for the English-speaking audience. It's really good news. So let me tell you 5 benefits that you gain by joining the membership. The first one is you get videos made monthly exclusively for you, those who are part of the membership. Number 2, once a month you get a live Zoom with me so we can interact. I can teach you, comfort you, and answer your questions. It'll be really nice. Number 3, you get a separate chat exclusively for those within the membership. fourth benefit, you get special stickers when you interact in the chat on YouTube Live. When we're live on Mondays, your name will have a little special sticker next to it to identify you as one of the members of the membership. And number 5, last but not least, you get special discounts on our courses. So you say, well, how do I sign up? Right below, right by the subscribe button, we hope you subscribe. Right by the subscribe button, there's a circle. It's white inside, black lettering, it says join. Press that. You'll see the first 3 options are for the Spanish audience with Spanish speaking coaches. Mine is the last one, and guess what it's called? Vimes Life Inner Circle. So come on into my inner circle so we can get to know each other better and I can help you and coach you. I'll see you soon. Bye now.